Hello and welcome. I'm Harmony and I'm so happy to be here. If you'd like to know more about me, you can check out the link to my website and to my Facebook page in the description box below. So today I just want to talk about a little bit about life from the perspective of a tree. And yes, you heard me right. So we all come to a stage in life at some point that I'm sure most of us have come to this point where we think like what's next, and although we are doing so much work on ourselves, there are still layers and layers of things that we need to let go of and we need to release. So at some point we do come to this stage where we feel like what's the point and um, keep dealing with internal stuff, clearing stuff, and we just feel like, that's it. I'll just stop for now and just forget about everything and just be. Or sometimes you might think like, what's the point of life? What's the point of living? And I'm sure many people come to this point in their life when they think about this. But then life goes on and we deal with the issue and we carry on going. So recently, I've been feeling a bit like, like an internal conflict was going on within myself, although I did so much healing, but I still needed to find out what that was. And I just had to cancel plans with friends over the weekend just to be myself and find out, to connect with myself and be in nature. And yesterday was a very beautiful day in Scotland, and in Edinburgh at least, it was 26 degrees. So I just went out and was lying down under a tree, and I had my head on the root of the tree. So I was trying to connect. While I was connecting with the tree, it started speaking to me. So this is what I want to talk about today, what the tree said to me, because I just wanted to be. And I know we all have our life purpose. We've got a purpose to live. But when I connected with a tree, and the information that came through was really amazing, and it's like, we've got so much to learn from it. So when I said hello to the tree, it said hello back to me. And we started having this conversation. I know this might sound strange to some people, but nature has got life, and a lot of people don't see nature as life. They just see nature, just see a tree as a tree. But I'll talk a little bit about it later on. But I just wanted to speak about the information that the tree was giving me when it was speaking to me. So when I said hello to the tree, it said hello back to me, and I felt the energy of the tree was live. It just came alive, and it was like it shifted from what it was. And when I said hello, and I heard that hello back, and it was like connecting the back of my head with the root of the tree was just like connecting with that energy, and I could feel it. And it said to me, it was happy. I'm saying it because I'm not sure of the gender of the tree, of that particular tree. I'm not very familiar with the trees and what they are called, and if there are genders, but I know there are 3 types of genders in trees. Anyway, that's science, but I'll stick to the tree as it, because I don't know whether it was a male or female. Okay, so the tree said to me that it was really happy that I connected and said hello, that I acknowledged that it was there, and I said hello. And it said there's a lot of times when people walk by, there's a lot of people who go and visit that garden, they always sit there, but there's hardly anyone that connects with it and sees it as a form of life, and see it as a purpose. It's got a purpose of being there. And so I started connecting and started asking questions to the tree and saying like, so okay, we've all got purpose, so what is it that you want to share with me? Is there anything you would like to share with me today? And what I got from the tree was, yes, there's a lot we can talk about. There's so much to say, but what do you specifically want to know? So I was asked the question what I wanted to find out from that tree, and I've put the picture of the tree there so you can see it. It looks quite old. So um, I just say, tell me a little bit about you. I want to know a little bit more about you. So that's what the tree said to me, and it said, I've been here for a very long time in human world. It might seem ages, but we don't go by the time as humans see it. We go by cycles, and we do have a beginning and we do have an end, but during that itself is a cycle, but we also go through cycles. So what it was saying to me was like, they go in like we have the seasons. Okay, so while growing they go in cycles, and they are with the natural rhythm of the planet of Earth and everything else in the universe that goes in cycles. So when you look at Earth, it's going around the sun, and then it's a rhythm, and the sun is going around another some people say it's going around another star, and that is going around the Milky Way, and the Milky Way is going around the central sun. So everything has got a rhythm, everything is going in cycles. So this is what the tree said to me. It's in the natural rhythm of the planet and of the universe, and this is how they live and they grow. And so the next thing I said to the tree was like, okay, so how do you see life as, and what is your purpose, what you're here for, and how do you feel being here? And the answer that I got was like, they are here, their purpose is to make this place where it is, although they don't move, but they have this connection from Earth, and they always grow towards the sun. So they have this connection from the sun that gives life to them, and they also have the connection from Earth, the root of the tree that comes up from Earth. So this is their connection. So what it was saying is like, it's the same thing as us humans. Like when I was listening to it, to this, I could feel that it's the same thing with us. We get energy from the sun, and we also get energy from the earth, because it's the food that we eat, they come from earth. The vitamins we get from the sun, but the sun is also giving life to the food that we eat. And sun is part of the universe, it's part of the everything that is. So we live in the same way, we go in cycles, so we experience that. So from the time that we grow, it's just like the tree, we are growing. And the most important thing that the tree said, I wanted to ask the tree, like, what do you have to share with us? Like, what do you have to share with me? Like, it's going to help me understand what this analogy of you being there and we humans living on earth in a human body. So what's the analogy? I just wanted to understand that. So the tree said to me, the wisdom that it shared with me was that the foundation, okay, so the foundation of the tree, which is the roots are the strongest. The roots have to be so the foundation itself has to be strong in order to start growing, in order to start taking the nutrients from the earth to go into the roots. And when it rains, when the water goes down into the roots, like on earth, these are the nutrients, everything that starts coming up through the root and go and feed the whole tree. So when that is happening, so the main thing, the most important thing is to be grounded. And that's the most important, and that's the grounding. Like when we have a strong foundation, when we are grounded, we have this strong foundation of who we are. We know what we are here for, we know who we are strong. That's when we can start growing and expanding. So that's what the tree was saying, like when the branches start expanding, it starts getting branches and they expand. So the purpose of life is just to grow and expand. Okay, and the directions, it's like going in all different directions. So it's like getting a 360 view of whatever is around. Okay, so if you look at a tree and you put it in a bubble, you could see that the tree has got the branches in all different directions, but most of the time, if it's hidden from the sun, or it depends on where they are, if not getting enough sun, they always try to grow towards the light. So we are also, you know, but when we put ourselves in a bubble, we can't see all three directions. So what we have to do is like find where the light is, find where you know our purpose is, our direction is. This is what we need to know in order to expand, and we start expanding by that. But how do we expand if we don't have a base, like our foundation isn't strong enough? So this is what the tree was trying to explain to me, like when the branches, you know, when they branch out in all different directions, it's getting this experience of seeing everything around it. And the thing is, like, you know, it produces leaves, and as we know it, or science would say, a tree is there to produce oxygen that is, you know, helping us. But it's also beauty. When we look at it, it's so beautiful standing there. And the another thing is, it's like it gives a grounding. If you connect to a tree, if you put your bare feet connecting with the tree, you know, touching the tree, you can feel that grounding. So it helps with that. The trees help with grounding, and it also helps with giving us shade. Okay, some trees help us giving us fruit. So they all have their purpose, and the most important one is to keep the vibration. So the trees are so grounded, so connected to earth and connected to the sun, connected to the universe, both sides of it, that it's such a beautiful way of growing in a 3D world, having a dense body and not being able to move, but still being there and living, because they have life. And this is what, you know, it gets ignored, because we don't, lots of people don't understand that. They just see it as trees, and this is how they grow. So I asked the tree, so what happens when the seasons, and I said to the tree, I said, like, I understand in spring it's nice, new growth, and then you come to a point where there's summer full bloom, and then it comes to autumn when the leaves start falling, and after that it's winter and it looks like everything has died, everything dries up. So the tree said to me, it said, like, you know, when our foundation is strong, when our roots are strong, are all connected, others can see us as dead, but we are not. We are vibrating. We are still living there. There is still life in us. We just like go to sleep. And all the nutrients and nourishment that we get from earth and water, it's all there keeping our roots alive. So we are still alive, and we are preparing ourselves to start new again, because this is the cycle, because everything goes in cycles. The planet goes in cycles, the universe, the sun, everything has got birth and death, and they go round the you know, the spin. So everything has got a cycle, and this is our cycle. We don't die. So I asked the tree, so, well, how do you feel when autumn, because that's the time you start losing your leaves, so how does it feel like? Don't you feel sad about it? And the tree said, no, this is how nature is. the nature is so intelligent, everything is encoded in the nature, and it's the same way like us. We have cells being, you know, created, and the cells die, and then we have new cells coming in. And especially if you see the women, like we go in cycles. So it's exactly the same thing. So the tree is in the rhythm, so we are also in the rhythm. Even men have got the cycle they go through. So, but here it was all about how the tree was explaining how to live in alignment with ourselves, our nature. And there's so much to learn from it, from the tree and what they have to say. And then I asked the tree, so I would like to see, can I see your aura? Can I see how you function? Is it okay for me to see it? And the tree said to me, yes, just close your eyes and you'll see. And when I closed my eyes, it was the most beautiful thing that I saw. And the root of the tree is like, you know, just where the trunk starts. I saw like there was a red aura, there was a red light there. It was like a red light, and to me that looked like the heart of the tree. So I was asking the tree, so is this the heart? Is this where you are? And I could see that, and then I could see that there. So that was in the middle, you know, just where the trunk starts growing. So that was there inside the tree. And then the roots go deep down in the ground, and then from the trunk above that goes up. So to me that it all looked like the tree said to me, that's where the heart is, that's where their heart is, because the heart is the center. It's just like we've got the heart, it's the center between our lower chakras and higher chakras. So that's the center of the tree. And the center is, you know, the heart is there at the same time, like, you know, it's the roots are down there, and up higher up is the connection to you know, the universe, and the heart is in the middle. So that has to be the strongest one, because that's the connection between the higher and the lower, and it's the same way as our heart chakra is. And this is what the tree said to me. And when it showed me the you know, I could see like from there the heart is very strong and balanced. And even any time, like the seasons, whatever is going out outside, it doesn't affect the heart, because the heart is there, pure, connected, strong. And when the seasons are going around, it doesn't affect the tree. Yes, it affects the outside, that goes by the cycles, like, you know, the weather and the conditions outside, but the inside and the strength, the foundation, you know, the standing strong is still there, because you can't uproot them. And yes, sometimes it happens, like when there is like really strong wind, it can uproot them, but that would be again as the time would have come for the tree to go. But what this tree was trying to say was saying was like, this is what they would like to teach us. And yes, from the heart, I could see there was like a violet light going all the way up and branching out into all the other ones, you know, all the other little branches, and that was giving life to everything else. So it was like the veins, the arteries that we've got, and how the heart pumps the blood and goes all the way. So it's the same way I saw that in the tree. So I was saying to the tree, so I was amazed by this wisdom, and so that's what I was asking the tree. So what else would you like to share? Anything else you'd like to share with me? And the tree said the most important is your grounding, because you are on earth, and being on earth is being like, you know, being grateful that earth is here, is providing us with all the nutrition. And when we are grounded, when we are who we are, like we are strong in our foundation, we are perfect in our foundation. It doesn't mean that, you know, we have to be perfect, but like the tree was saying, the work that needs to be done more is in the heart, because that is the balance. That is the balance between both worlds. When that is strong, that is like, you know, standing strong, and the root is strong, that's when everything else that will grow, that will expand, that will happen. So to me, this is the way we can see us. When we clear ourselves, when we are in the right, you know, alignment with our own self, like, we are always looking for things. We are looking for love, for money, for success, for, you know, anything that we are looking for. But when we come to this point, when we clear ourselves, that's when we can start expanding in all directions, and that's the tree starts expanding in all four directions. So for us, it's like we've got, if you look at the different areas of life, it's like the east is to do with the our intellect, our wisdom. The west is to do with our emotions. The south is to do with the actions that we need to take and how we go through it. And the north has got to do with our material side, the material things that we've got. So when we look at the four sides, the middle one is us. We need to be in the middle and stand strong. That's when our root is strong, our base is strong, we are like, you know, fulfilled within ourselves. That's when we can start expanding, and everything else will start experiencing and then coming in this beautiful way, like the tree is experiencing a 360 degrees around it. And this is how I see it. And it was so beautiful that the tree had so much to say, and it's got a lot more to say. And I know there'll be a part 2 coming for this, but I just wanted to share this and learn from the tree, like how they expand, how they grow. And it's also about how nature is, and we are also in the same way, we are living on earth. We have the material and spiritual connection, and we are made to grow, to have the nourishment, the food, and then we also have the protection. So the way of protection is like, you know, just like the tree has got, the trunk is quite strong, and it's protecting the inside of the tree. So in the same way, we have also the protection of, but it's the way we eat, or we do things like we hurt ourselves sometimes, but we do have the protection. We do have our immune system that looks after us. And we do have the nourishment, the food that is provided to us, just like it's provided to the tree. It's provided to us as well from earth and the sun. We get that as food. And also it's the love that we get. So the tree feels the love of earth that is nourishing it, and water and sun, and, you know, so it's like feeling all of it. It's feeling the love from there. So it's fulfilling whatever it's living. The life is living is fulfilling. So in the same way, if we are grateful for everything that is, and we are one, we understand that this is what nature is, this is how nature works, then we will be feeling fulfilled. But we get so distracted with whatever there is in the outside. So after that's for that day that I connected with the tree, and there was so much more I know that the tree would like to share. And today I was doing meditation, and while I was opening my feet chakra to connect with earth, I connected with a tree. It's because, like, it also shows like how everything is interconnected when we are living on earth. It's not only connected at the higher realms, like at the soul level, at the higher realms, wherever we go, like other dimensions, but we are connected through earth as well, because we are all, there's gravity, we are all standing on earth. So this is how we are all connected as well. And when we stand in our bare feet on earth, we can connect with anyone, anything, any places that we want. We don't even need to take the plane and go there. So if we want to do that, even people say, you know, there's a sea that separates you. That's just water. Water can connect you. It's one of the elements, and it's going all over the world, all over the planet. So the water is there to help us. Okay, or we travel by the plane, that's air, that is helping us as well. So we are always. And the other thing is about the fire that is in the middle of earth, and that is also there, you know. Doesn't matter wherever we stand, it's there. So I hope this helps and gives a little bit of insight from a tree, and we can, you know, if we feel down, if we feel low, and how we can connect with a tree and admire nature. And another thing I would like to suggest is whenever, if you want to go for walks in nature, you can ask a tree, any of the trees, like when you step into the forest, ask the tree, if you feel drawn to a tree, ask the tree, like, can I see your aura? Do I have permission to see your aura? Would you like to show me your aura? Would you like to connect with me? And go and hug the tree. You'll get the feeling. If you go hug the tree, you'll get the feeling, and you'll know, and you'll make a friend. So I hope this helps. And yeah, this is what the tree spoke to me, and it's my friend. And you can see the tree there. I've put the picture up of the tree. So take care. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon. Bye.